Hey everybody, this is Sarah Harnish. I'm a Young Living Diamond and I'm the author of the Game Plan, which is the complete strategy guide to go from starter kit to silver. And thank you so much for joining me. I apologize if you're on the live. I'm running a couple minutes behind tonight because I just got off stage in Chicago. So the event went a little bit late. So I'm sorry for the late time if you guys are on the East Coast. But if you're watching this on my website, then you're totally okay, right? Today is day 6, and this is not the actual boot camp. This is a special training that I'm doing just to train leaders how to run boot camps on your own teams. All right. So if you have not run a boot camp before, or if you have and you just want to be a little bit more strategic about it, that's what this training is for. And so what you need to do it is the free boot camp videos, which are on my website at oilabilityteam.com. And I post them on this page as well so that it's easy for you to find them. Ooh, we got the Philippines on today. And then you need a book and a workbook. And I recommend the second edition of the book and the workbook because it's got about 70 pages of new content in it that is just really good. Really, really good. I got together with a team of Royal Crown Diamonds. We went through the book and they offered some amazing suggestions and we just tweaked it to make it easier for you to be able to share. So today is day 6, which means yesterday we did 9 and 10 on the anatomy of a successful class and then also the oilability follow-up system. Today is dealing with difficult people and no one's coming to classes. Now what? So this is where most people get stuck. They try at the very beginning. They don't see success immediately. Maybe they're not using the right tactics. And that's it. Like they're done with the business. And so for the homework for today, you're going to be watching the day 6 bootcamp video. Again, this is just the leader training. I'll post the video in a minute. And then you're also going to be reading those 2 chapters in the book and doing the 2 sets of worksheets. I'll tell you though, how I personally pull off a kit sale. Okay. I'm going to flip my camera on here and just talk to you about the steps that I go through to be able to get a kit sale. Number 1, you don't hunt. Or you don't hunt people. People can hunt, spot hunting coming from a mile away, right? So you're not going into every single conversation saying, hey, my name's Sarah Harnish. Will you buy my starter kit? Like that completely turns people off. If somebody approached you that way, they're not going to be, they're not going to, you would not be getting a kit, right? Principle 2 is to always come prepared. And the way I do this is with purple bags, right? Making sure that I've got information on how to order a kit when they're sitting by themselves, the business opportunity with the mini, fearless with the why behind oiling in it, a class, especially if they weren't able to come to a class. So being able to give them a class on CD like Toxin Free Life or the 101 class is amazing. And then making sure that they know how to order with your sponsor and enrollment number. Principle 3, I love Eric Worre's if I will you statement. So if I give you the CD, will you go back and listen to it? Will you put it in your car on the drive home and go listen to it? If I give you Fearless, it takes about 2 hours to read it. I think it's going to answer the questions that you have. So will you, go check out this book that I'm giving you? Principle 4 is you got to leave with their contact information. You leave without their contact info, you just gave everything away for free and it does nothing for you, nothing for your business, right? And then principle 5 is to follow up. Right? You got to touch base with them. Even if it's just you add them as a Facebook friend and you say, hey, screenshot it when you get outside the store, go find them and send them an IM and say, hey, this is Sarah, the crazy oils lady that saw you in the store. And I was just checking in with you to make sure that you're doing okay. You seem kind of stressed today. How are you? Did you get to use a little bit of stress away I gave you? How are you feeling? And you're just touching with them and showing compassion for them, right? So here's some of the tips that I have for making connections with people. And this goes right along with the new content in the second edition book. So this is not in the first edition book. It's only in Game Plan second edition. I carry purple bags on me to have those chance conversations with people. Do vendor events, right? If you get completely stuck, right? Tricia says, what happens when they say, yes, they will listen and you follow up and they haven't done it? Then you just very gently say, hey, tell me when I can connect with you again. Would you like me to wait a day or 2? I don't want to push you, but I do want to make sure that you're doing all right. And I know that this is going to help you. Like, I'm sure of it. Right? You keep it about them and not about you. It's not about when you want your kit sale or when you are having a class. It's about what their needs are and meeting them in that place. Doing vendor events. And the way I do vendor events is I bring a flip kit so that there's something for somebody to purchase off the table, which means they order the kit right in front of me and they ship it to my house. And then I give them mine and they walk right out the door with it. Another thing I will do is I will have a basket so I can collect names and leads for people willing to host classes or come to classes, right? And then I only have one kit on the table so they can check it out. Focus on the sale of one. Maybe you're just stuck. Maybe you just haven't had a kit sale in a while. If you focus just on the sale of one person, it just gets your mojo back. You feel like you can do anything. When you've been laser focused in on just that sale of one, suddenly you feel like you're infallible again. Focusing on volume, right? So just being so laser honed in on the next person and the next class you're teaching and the next connection that you don't have time to notice all the no's of the people that have not given you their attention, right? Or have blown you off or have said no, or maybe that it hurt. Maybe it was your family. They're the hardest to share with. Going through your cell phone contacts list, just that one action, you can build 3 or 4 silver ships just through that alone by going through your cell phone and starting to make contacts with the people that are in there. Carry your game plan workbook with you. This is an exercise we did earlier. There's a whole list in here for you to track your warm market, the people you know, right? Or maybe the people you don't know too well, but you see them at the gas station every single day, right? Those people, most of the post office is signed to my team already because I see them all the time. Carry your workbook for 30 days and try tracking your warm market because maybe you're not even aware of how many people you do have contact with on a daily basis. Focusing on common ground when you talk to people and listening to where they are and meeting their needs. All right. Now, once you master the skill of listening more than you're talking, of meeting needs more than shoving a starter kit down their throat, you've got all that you need to get to diamond. So you do that same action over and over and over again consistently. Consistency will make or break your business. All right. It'll make or break your business. So this is the power of consistency and what consistency looks like. For me, I teach a class a week, and I have since I started my business. The very, very first month, I taught one class a week, and we're on the cusp of Crown Diamond, and I'm still teaching one class a week. I just taught a Thieves class tonight to a room of 100 people in Chicago. All right. And so it's just that steady, consistent teaching. This is what it looks like when you're not consistent. See, they taught a class in December, one in February, and they did a one-on-one in May. But look at their business. This is one class a week, one class a week, one class a week, one class a week. And yes, there might be little dips, but the overall trend is upward. And that's what consistency does for your business. So are you setting the trend and the pace on your team for being consistent, or are you setting a trend and a pace for your team that this is just hobby level and you don't take it seriously? So does network marketing really work? And you're consistent. Does it really work? Well, all I have to go on are my stats for my own team. And actually, this is 2018 ending stat. Now I got to update it for 2019. So I'll give you those stats instead. But 2014, we had 194 people on my team. And from teaching a class a week, at the end of 2019, we ended with 9,300. That's 4 years later, toward 2018. 24 countries, now we're in 17. We had 1 gold, now we have 11 golds. We had 1 silver, now we have 57 silvers. We had 1 executive, now we have 81 executives. We had 12 stars 4 years ago, now we have 141 stars on this team. We had 22 stars in 2014, and I'm ending this year with 388 stars. Actually, we have over 500 now after November. And so that's what consistency looks like when you're out there sharing, piece by piece by piece by piece. So does network marketing really work, or is it just a scam? Is it just a scam? Guys, I'm standing in front of you as a diamond telling you, you need to pursue this. All right. When I first started, I held one class and I had 7 people join my team. So I 6. So I had a team of 7. And my first month, I had 1,000 OGV, right? 4 weeks later was August of 2014. And I had 27 members and 2,366 OGV. So I doubled my OGV just from holding one class a week. All right. Then if you fast forward 4 more weeks, and that was a senior start. 4 weeks later, 63. So we go from 27 to 63 people and an OGV of 6,221. So it tripled again. And that's just from teaching one class a week. 12 weeks into my business, month 4, September 2014, we hit silver, and I had 118 people on my team, and my OGV was 14,739. All right. If I fast forward another month, 5 months later, we hit gold. That was March 2015. Now, instead of having 160 people, we have 461 on the team. And my OGV went from 14,000 to 46,651. And what am I doing? Guys, I'm not a rock star. I'm not out there holding, 25 classes a month. I'm teaching 4. just consistently teaching 4 classes a month. Now, if I fast forward from July 2015, 8 months after that, we hit platinum. So we go from 400 people on the team to 1,300 people on the team, and an OGV of 46,000 to an OGV of 106,000. If I fast forward another 15 months, we hit diamond. All right. This was 2.5 years of teaching 1 class a week. There I am as diamond. I had 4,241 people on my team and an OGV of 274,000. Now, if I fast forward a year later, we took that to 7,318. Now we're at 9,300 diamond. And in March, we were in 497 and we ended the year at 731,000. Right? So that's what consistency does for your team. Consistency leads to growth, right? And it sets a pattern on your team that you're willing to get in the trenches and do what you're asking your leaders to do. All right. I would bet just about anything. If you are stagnant right now, it's because you're not teaching classes. That's the number one thing I see is you're not connecting with people like we talked about at the very beginning, and you're not out there consistently teaching 1 class a week. Are they classes on Facebook in person? I build primarily in person. I feel like I can build a deeper relationship that way, but there are many people that have been very successful building on Facebook. So I don't want to disregard or discount people that have built that way. I don't think it's a wrong way. I think that if you build that way and you're not seeing kit sales, you need to evaluate what you're doing or try teaching in-person classes. Corporate said 70% of classes are in person, face to face, either 1 person at a time, 10 people at a time, but they were face to face interaction. All right. So consistency. Are you setting the trend on your team that you're willing to do what it takes that you're asking them to do, right? And you can't just stop because you hit diamond. You got to keep going. What about your members ignoring you? I text them and they don't respond, then you just get out and keep teaching. You keep finding new leaders. 80% of your time has got to be spent bringing in new people. Only 20% is on the people already existing on your team, meaning doing product education, running rallies, doing leaders events, doing training for your team. Only 20% of your time goes into that, and 80% is always bringing new people in. And you train your leaders to do that also, and your OGV is going to grow like crazy. All right, but if you're not sharing and they're not sharing, then you do this and you do this, right? This and this. So your growth comes by sharing oils with people. All right, that's the training for tonight. You got to do your homework, which is 2 chapters in game plan. So this is day 12. So you're going to read 11 and 12, chapters 11 and 12, and you're going to do the 11 and 12 worksheets in the workbook. So let me take a look here. That's chapter 7. And you know what, guys? You made it halfway through. Isn't that crazy? 80% I agree. Yeah, true. Yeah, new leaders, go forward. You know, you might not think that you have enough leaders on your team, but the average silver only has 100 people on their team, and standard network marketing numbers are that 92% of people are product users and not business builders. So even a silver only has 8 to 10 leaders on their entire team. So stop beating yourself up and get out there and teach more classes so that you can build the team that you desire, right? So you can build it. So dealing with difficult people, your homework is to give an example of enabling, like buying oils for people so that they don't have to get their own kit, right? What should you do when they only want 1 oil? We're going to talk about that in your reading today. How do you handle people who are negative about oils? You know, the trick is to emotionally detach yourself, to separate yourself from the naysayers. So when your identity is in what you do, you're always going to have discouragement because you're basing it on performance. When your identity is in Christ, then there's no pressure because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, right? Not a few things, but all things. You can do all things. Nothing's impossible. And that means you kick the dust off of your feet at every single no. You don't wear it as a discouragement, and you just move on. You move on. So your assignment is to change your attitude. All right, change your attitude. As you go through your week, try putting this in practice. Write down an example, and it may not even be oils related, where you were able to walk away from conflict with a positive attitude because you're just not wearing it on you. You don't allow it to affect you. It bounces off of you. You've got to emotionally detach yourself from the sale of the starter kit, or this is going to eat you alive. All right. So bonus assignment is to become a confident entrepreneur. And there's a wonderful DVD called Rise of the Entrepreneur by Eric Worre, or you can go on YouTube and usually find it on there and watch it there. It's about 60 minutes long. And he's got amazing statistics in there on network marketing. And I would love for you guys to take some time this weekend and go watch that. It's just fantastic. Then in chapter 12, It's another perception assignment where I run you through a quick exercise. I know I already made you read the 101 script through 10 times if you got the workbook, right? But now I want you to read it through one more time, at least the first paragraph, all right? And for the first time, just do a quick dry read, but read it as though you're giving a class in front of people. And then I'm going to take you through a visual exercise. I want you to imagine that you're Royal Crown Diamond, right? I want you to imagine that on the 20th of this month, $245,000 is getting deposited into your bank account. Like, you're pretty much going to be debt free or very close, right? And then your family members and your closest friends are cared for, and you're debt free, right? And you can give generously, and you're living very comfortably, and you've had that income for 10 years. And then next month, $275,000 is going to get deposited into your bank account on the 20th of the month, right? So would you carry yourself differently? Would you have more confidence? Would you treat people with more grace, or would you live on the ragged edge? Would you be well rested? Would you take care of your body? Would you set aside more time for your family and friends if you were Royal Crown Diamond this month? Would you live in fear? Would you be afraid of the future? Would you not be confident in talking about oils when oils deposits $275,000 in your bank account every month, right? I want you to live every day as if you're already there. Already live it, right? Envision yourself in that place and speak with confidence and hold your head high, because you did the grunt work to earn that rank and nothing was handed to you. You know what it takes to run a multi-million-dollar network marketing business. Now, go act as if it's already happened, right? And then your feet start to follow. It's not a prosperity gospel, and it doesn't mean something's getting handed to you. What it means is you're rolling up your sleeves and you're carrying yourself with honor and integrity as if it's already there, right? You're acting as if the rank's there in your head so that you have the confidence to move forward as if you're a royal, right? See what that does for your business over the next week. Okay, we have no roundtable tomorrow. We're going to take Sunday off, and then I'll meet you guys again on Monday. And we're going to be doing day 7 of boot camp then. Thank you so much. You guys have made it halfway. You get all the way through. So I appreciate you. Appreciate you sticking with me. I appreciate you doing this with your teams, sharing it on your business pages. In just a moment, I'm going to post the actual boot camp video, and I'm going to put the link up there for you as well, so that you can you have the words to say. You can put it right on your page. And thank you. Thank you for the honor of walking this journey with you. I know that you have what it takes, right? I know you can do all things that you put your mind to. So get out there and go fight for it, right? Don't wait on a leader to come by that's going to carry your OGV. You get out there and you carry your OGV yourself. You have an amazing, restful weekend. Enjoy the next day and a half off, and I'll see you Monday night, 8:30 Eastern, all right? And I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for investing in yourselves. Thank you for investing in your team. Thank you for who you are, right? Now I want you to see yourself as a royal. Just for a few days, right? See yourself as a royal. I'll see you Monday.